not going to take any information from a man whose shirt is undone.
Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah, let me fix.
No information from the stripping man.
3, 4, 5.
No, actually, it's I like it. It's more comfortable undone. I'm not at work. I can have a top button undone.
No, look out.
All right. Take off my shirt.
I see how it is.
You need to rename this as Underdark.
Speaking of the Underdark,
That's where Carnelian's not from.
do we want to get to this week's episode of Reflex Save?
I'll show you my Underdark in a sec, Cal.
Tim's threatening us with a good time.
I know.
A dark time.
Maybe after the show, Tim. But if we want to get to this week's episode, do you remember what happened last week on Reflex Save?
We did a lot of talking, and then there was a wagon
And a sled. A lot of sledding.
And there was Brenda.
and we talked.
Yes.
We talked on the sled.
We did have a chin wag.
You finally left Bryn Shander, heading for Anjuk's Pier.
Ungajuk.
Ungajuk
Sure.
Pier.
Gangajang.
Bangarang. You started heading north on the road towards Targos, passed by the town of Targos, and then hit a road that had mostly been obliterated by the snow on the way to Bremen. Finally leading past Bremen, you headed out into the wilds of Icewind Dale, where eventually, as it got dark, you were able to sniff out someone's campsite nearby. So you decide to stop a little ways away and approach. On approach, you did see a man in furs sitting around a campfire. Looks like he's got a little tent there. But you don't see any animals or anything like that.
That's what we should have bought in town, was a tent.
I'm going to say no.
We
Another animal?
I didn't want to go see skiing.
That's a good point, actually.
I'd rather die in the
But
snow.
he had a crocodile.
No, he didn't!
What if
It's a
skiing
shih tzu with a hat on.
What if he'd expanded to a zoo and a tent emporium?
What a horrifying
Tent
thought.
Emporium.
It's also known as the circus.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? Catman do? He's just running Catman, it's like a camping store in Australia.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if it's like a brand store or if it's like a
Yeah, it's a brand.
yeah.
Like Esky.
So I know at the end of last week I had him look up at you, but that was sort of more cliffhanger flavour. I believe that you guys were probably maybe trying to sneak up on him.
Did you lie to us, Callan?
I may have lied to you for the sake of the dramatic moment. It is my job as a DM to do
How
that.
can we trust you ever again?
Zimmer, you can't.
What'd you call him?
I'd like to attempt stealth.
Sure.
If we are trying to approach him in a savvy way.
I would also like to attempt stealth.
If that's the case, everyone roll me a stealth check.
With disadvantage.
For those who...
You got disadvantage out too.
I do, I've got
all of
my
us
thing.
except
I
for
think
Carnelian.
except Carnelian, you all have disadvantage.
Are you guys sneaking?
This is
Look
the
at that.
advantage of getting breastplate over the half plate in mod.
Breast.
I will.
It's going in bold.
Whoa, hey, mister.
Oh, wait.
I
Stealth
guess I may
checks
as
now.
well.
Oh, you don't have to.
Excellent.
Whoa,
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Pull the hood up on my new fancy elven-made Piffwee
Halfway.
because it gives me advantage on stealth checks.
It's good to
So,
get him.
Zimmer, Carnelian is halfway.
20.
20. Horatio,
9.
9.
15.
15.
Same.
15. So one thing I don't think I've ever really explicitly said about group checks in this particular sense, and it's sort of relevant here, but when you do a group check for something like stealth or anything like that, at least half of the party need to beat the DC for everyone to basically be effectively stealth. So it's not like one person fails and you all get detected. Half of you have to have failed. In this case, as you're approaching, you try and sneak up from the late evening sort of perpetual dusk. As you approach, one of you slips on a bit of loose snow and gravel and gives away your position. And so the man's head sort of lifts up and looks into your direction. Hello? Is anyone there?
Hello. Just looking for a warm fire.
Oh, well, hello. Why don't you come join me? I have a fire right here.
Don't be alarmed, there's a few of us.
Oh, that's okay. More the merrier.
He seems really nice, guys. We should go over there.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure he seems really nice. Can I do an insight check?
Sure, go for it.
You should really do that before you tell us.
He seems really nice. 7.
He seems really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm positive he's really nice. He seems like a really great guy.
Any funny business and I'll put him in another dimension.
Terrifying. Well, he sounds really nice then. I believe Warden for some reason.
Woden shuffles over there with his tight dress on.
Oh, sorry, Brenda.
Brenda shuffles over there with her tight dress on.
Glassdale?
Wallingdale.
Wallingdale.
Moving down. Get your story straight.
Well, that's what I got. That's why I'm asking now and not, like, when the question becomes important.
Do you step out into the light?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my lady, you seem inappropriately dressed for being this far out in the dale.
I run hot. Are you out here by yourself?
Yes, I am. You said you had others?
Yes. Come on, guys. Fire's really warm.
Oh. Thanks, Brenda. I was freezing back there. Hello.
Hello.
This
Hi.
is Horatio.
Well met, Horatio.
At your service.
This is Sveta.
Hello.
Hello, Sveta.
Now the next one is a little lizard guy, so don't be alarmed.
I'm not a lizard!
This is Carnelian.
Hello, little lizard carnelian.
And I'm Brenda.
And nice to meet you too, Brenda.
Enchanté. And she puts her hand out for him to kiss.
He takes your hand and gives a little respectful kiss.
Wait, you can speak French?
Yes. It's celestial.
Took a course.
Celestial is French. It's canon.
So, what brings all of you out here into the wilds of the Dale?
I'll let one of you guys do it. That voice is already annoying me.
We're headed out to the coast.
Ah, the sea of moving ice, then.
That's the one.
Well, I guess it's a good thing you found me in my camp, then, if you'd wish to stop for the night.
Why are you out here?
I'm a hunter. I just go far afield looking for game. Gets sparser and sparser every year, but you find some. And then I head back into some of the towns, sell some of the meat. It's alright. I prefer being out here in the wilds. You meet interesting people.
What's your name, Hunter?
My name is Yisil.
So.
Isildur! I know what you're going to do, and it's not good. That's an Isildur reference.
Isildur!
Isildur! Destroy it! Cast it into the fire!
What race?
A human.
Nice. Have you caught anything?
Haven't caught much lately. Had a bit of a dry spell, but it's okay. As I said, I just like being out.
Don't mind me, I'm just going to get my hand cream. And pulls out the laser pistol and just sits it on his lap.
On my lap.
No one.
Brenda, you shouldn't have!
Keep your lap to yourself.
Why don't you come and sit on my
We
lap?
should get the carts if we're gonna stay here. I mean, it is nice and sheltered.
Yes, we have one other traveller with us, and a couple of sleds. We may go and bring them over, if that's okay.
Oh, you're welcome to stop by. Always nice for a group of people to be around the fire. Safer that way.
Yes, well, I will go and get them. Off I go.
This guy's suspicious, right?
Are you saying this out loud?
Yeah.
I'll go with the.
Oh, right.
Get the.
All right. Yeah, maybe say
Sorry.
that.
Yeah.
I'll go with Horatio to get the sled.
So Horatio and Carnelian turn back into the fading light towards where the carts were, leaving Brenda and Sveta with your new friend.
So this guy's suspicious, right?
What do you think?
I mean, he could just be a friendly old man out in the middle of nowhere, hunting game that's getting scarcer and scarcer. But you'd think the better place to hunt game would be where the trees are.
You would think that. Well, what choice do we have? I think it might be worth at least, asking him a few more questions. Find out what he's really out here for.
I'm probably not going to answer as candidly if he is suspicious. I'm just being paranoid. I don't know. Do you have anything to assure my paranoia?
Are you baiting me to cast a spell?
No. Do you have a spell?
No. I don't have anything to calm your paranoia, I'm sorry. We'll just have to do our best to try and make sure that he is legit. I think I can see Valine.
Hope so.
Sorry, is it just her, or the kobolds are with us as well?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
Cap and Kim.
Nice.
Strunk and flug it.
So-
Mum and Dad?
Yeah, Stephen? What's your name?
Stephen, I presume?
I wrote it down.
You Steve.
Isil.
Isil. Isil.
You can call me Stephen if you wish.
I know.
It's not my name, but, I've been called Stranger.
Have you caught much in the last 10 days?
Oh, a couple hares. Nothing much, that's why I haven't returned to town.
Well, if you are low on supplies, I have a bit of goat meat left if you need some top-up.
Oh, that would be nice, yes. If you're willing to part with some of your rations, I'd be really appreciative. I'm not running low per se, but it's always a danger out here, as you well know, I'm sure.
Well, it will keep you going for a little bit longer. It is partially aged, so you might need to chop off some hard bits. But it's still quite nice.
Don't worry, I'm not precious about any of that.
I will give him 2 of my rations.
Thank you kindly, Sveta.
It's okay. I know what it is like to spend time out in the wilderness to hunt. Although I've never been in the prairies to hunt, so it's a new one.
Yeah, well, I tend to go all over the Dale. Again, I like it out here. There's something beautiful about the quiet,
Yeah.
The stillness that you get at night. Fresh air.
And you only hunt alone?
Often, yes. Sometimes I have friends, but mostly solo.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a weird, Slender Man guy that creates a lot of mist?
Oh, I've heard tales of strange things in the Dale, in the woods, in the plains, at night. I dare say that it might be nice to tell some stories by the fire. Do you have good ones?
I've got great stories.
Oh.
But perhaps another time.
Perhaps another time, then. But there'll be plenty of time this evening, I'm sure.
Damn it, you've got me there.
I'm looking forward to whatever story you're going to tell, that's for sure.
Brenda is a very good twister of tales.
Oh, wow.
And I'm very well to do.
You are very much building up this experience we're going to have this evening, then.
Can I just quickly tune into Woden's head?
Sure.
What are you doing?
I was just seeing if he knew about that. Remember that weird Slender Man guy that chased us in the mist?
Oh, the Misty Man.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we got all turned around.
It's not a bad line of questioning. It just sounded like you were flirting with him, and I don't understand.
It's like, you ever seen a slender man?
You ever seen a tall man in the
What?
pale moonlight?
I'm sorry, what? Sorry. It's good.
Yeah, that was my thoughts. I just wanted to see if he'd encountered anything strange like that out here.
Oh, okay, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Carry on.
It's very weird when you just stare at each other and not say anything.
It's
I
a
get a little
woman.
bit concerned.
It's a woman thing. You wouldn't understand.
Oh, apologies. Sorry, ladies.
We have a connection.
I see.
Us highly intelligent beings.
No, say no more. I won't pry.
We would like to pry in further if you have seen a tall, stretched-out man
Tall, stretched out
or
man.
in the mist.
Mists.
Was it right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like some of the tales I've heard about the Jaraguk.
Bless you.
No. Jaraguk
Who's
is
that?
a creature that is said to stalk some of the woods here in Icewind Dale. Said to be a very dangerous individual. Pulls you into their own power and domain. The mist you're talking about. Did you get lost?
We got very lost.
Ah, yes. Apparently he likes to confuse travelers and then loves to feed on their panic and fear, it's said. Very few have encountered one and lived to tell the tale. You must be awful lucky if you have met one.
Very lucky indeed. That's a very scary story. It reminds me of another I heard when I was a child. About a whale named Angajuk.
Well, that's not a very scary story, I'm sorry to say.
Hey, I don't like the ocean, okay?
Oh, my apologies, my lady.
Perhaps this story should wait until our companions come back and they would like to listen to it if you have more to say about Angajuk.
Oh, yes, of course. We should wait for everyone so we can tell stories around the fire. That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Hey, what's up?
Sup?
Wow.
We brought...
That was great.
Just skip the sound of
If
it.
you had something to say, by all means, say it. But
Oh, she was just going to ask. But I assume you told her there was a guy.
Yeah.
Okay. So out of nowhere, two sleds come rolling in with Carnelian, Horatio, Valine, and Double Dragon. Oh, there's a lot more than I thought. I see traveling by sled means that you don't have to worry so much about your attire, my lady.
What's wrong with my attire?
Well, it doesn't appear to be that warm, if you catch my drift.
I'm wearing things underneath it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Stockings.
Yes, that'll keep the cold out for sure. Well, sit. I think there's enough room around the campfire. It's not a particularly big campfire, but eventually, after a bit of, unpacking and whatnot, Valine has her own tent that she unpacks and sets up,
She's prepared.
and the rest of you don't have a tent. So, yeah, you get the dogs settled. Yisiln actually starts reconstructing the fire ring to make a slightly bigger fire and puts a bit more fuel on.
Yisiln here was just about to regale us with the story of Angajuk.
Well, it's story time already then, I guess. What do you want to hear? The stories they tell kids when they're youngsters, telling them about the dangers of the sea of moving ice. Perhaps you'll hear about the angry sailor who pursued Angajuk for 40 days and 40 nights, trying to kill the damn thing.
He didn't.
He tried. Failed, though. Sunk his ship on a iceberg. That's what I meant to say. Trying to pursue the whale deep into the sea. Said that the men of his ship cursed him as they went down. It's said that if you travel the sea of moving ice these days, you might find his ship sailing among the slow icebergs of the sea.
Was his name Ahab by any chance?
It was Ahib. Very close. No, but these are just stories. Angajuk, though, is, I believe, a real entity in the sea of moving ice. They say that he is amicable to those who show good deeds and who are friendly towards him. Although I have also heard that many a hunter, not unlike myself, have tried killing and stalking him, and they will try and lure him to the to the shores with gifts of friendship and whatnot. These days, they say that he's much, much more cautious. And not many have seen him recently. There used to be tales where he would take groups of people, often in these stories, they're children, because they're children's tale, on wonderful adventures under the sea, where they could see the sun shining through the ice floes and above on his magical bubble. They say that they would travel vast distances and end up out from the sea of moving ice and head down the Sword Coast all the way to Schult. But these are such stories that you hear, such fantastic stories that you hear every day.
Does this guy have a lot of stuff with him?
No, it doesn't need a perception check. If you're watching him, he doesn't appear to be very heavily... Like, he's got what looks like a small sack or bag, like a rucksack type thing next to him. And he has a small tent, but you don't see anything else apart from the furs that he's wearing. And he's got a small pile of wood that he's obviously collected for the fire.
Actually, sir, we're a bit turned around at the moment. We're heading towards, Revel's End. My boyfriend is one of the Lord's Alliance, and he's going to give me a tour. Do you know much about the prison?
Oh, your boyfriend is part of the Lord's Alliance. Well, such a noble lady such as yourself, that makes a lot of sense, of course. I don't know much about Revel's End, per se. I know it's further north, around the coast here. The worst of the worst gets sent to Revel's End, either from Icewind Dale or from across the Sword Coast. They used to come very often when the trail wasn't frozen over. These days, not many risk such a journey, as the trail between the spine is very treacherous, so often not worth sending just a bunch of prisoners. I hear that over the last couple winters, they've mostly kept to themselves. In fact, I don't think they've had a visit from anyone from the Lord's Alliance in quite some time.
Until now?
I suppose. It would be the first I've heard of a traveller south of the spine coming this way, to Revel's End anyway. How interesting.
Well, have you ever attempted to summon Angrajuk? Do you have any experience with the creature?
Oh, no. He doesn't like hunters like me. I know that already. I wouldn't bother trying to summon him. He would likely not answer my call. But I have seen the pier, where you're probably heading to. A little bit further north of here, a couple days' travel. Not many go that way anymore.
Was there a bell on the pier?
Around the pier, there's one pier that leads out into the sea from the coastline, and there's actually a small island just a little ways from the shore, and that has its own pier. If you're looking for the bell, that's where it is.
Okay.
That's good to know.
Is the bell located in a settlement, or is it just out in the open?
Oh no, it's out in the open.
Right.
There's a stone cabin out that way. I suspect at one point there was someone living out there. But, stories of the man that used to live out that way a little bit foggy in my memory, actually. Don't remember who was out there. I think he was connected to the whale in some way. Can't remember, though.
Will this help you at all?
She holds out a $20 note.
Will this help you remember?
I don't know what a piece of paper is going to do for me, but,
Well, then put that away.
Eveline, what a nice man we've found out in the wild here. Isn't he a nice man? What do you think of him?
Oh, I think he's a wonderful individual. So much character.
Isn't he a nice man? Is he a nice man?
Yeah, very, very, very friendly chap. For sure. And she seems to be a little bit distracted. She looks like she's reading a book. She's got a little stone. She's cast light on it. She's looking over a book.
So, some magic assistance on scoping this guy out.
I could use my helm.
Because it does detect thoughts.
It does run the risk that he might feel me prodding around in there, but that's an option. Happy to do it.
I feel like he's got to be out here for a reason. Like, I feel like he wouldn't just be hunting here for no reason.
You just ask him and do an insight check.
I already failed that.
Oh.
I got a 7. But I mean, someone else probably could.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Is Yiselm,
Yes, Horatio.
be honest, why are you out here at this time? Are you really just hunting?
Roll an insight check.
Okay.
Do you have inspiration?
Okay, you used it. Insight, you say. Dirty 20.
Oh, you know, as I said, I am a hunter. But more than that, I like it out here. It's peaceful, quiet. You can see the horizon for miles and miles on a good day. Just everything captured almost in a moment in time when you're out here by yourself. You don't see anyone else, you know? It's like, it's almost like a memory that you hold on to. When you sort of listen to him, everything he's saying, like everything he's telling you, you don't detect sort of like any lie in what he's saying. But when he says the phrase hunter, it does strike you as like odd, the way he said it. That's about it.
Good. When you say hunter, what exactly are you hunting?
Oh, you know, as I said, game is mostly what hunters hunt out here. But I consider myself a hunter in a lot of ways, I guess. A hunter for adventure. I hunt for myself, finding my own place, if that's what you are referring to. I guess the term hunter can mean a lot of things to a lot of people.
Okay, I'll be a little more direct. Are you hunting monsters?
No, I'm not hunting monsters.
Are you hunting a person or people?
I have done so in the past.
Are you hunting us?
No, I'm not hunting you. Why would I hunt you?
Will my 20 insight carry over, or can I roll again?
Yeah, no, you can carry it over. Again, when he says that he's hunted people in the past, that again strikes you as odd. But nothing he's telling you is a lie either.
Okay.
Like a bounty hunter?
Of sorts. Again, well, I suppose a lot of people say things in a lot of ways. You could say I'm a bounty hunter, yes, I guess so.
It's a gang that Shanda was getting threatened by?
The Xantharians.
Yeah.
Which is like a guild in itself. Full of like thieves.
Sort of like an organized crime spy network, almost, yeah.
A syndicate.
A syndicate is a fantastic name for it, yeah.
I don't know, he's not hunting us, so it shouldn't be that bad just to lay over here.
It is probably the best shelter we're going to find this far out of the Dale.
Yeah, and if he attacks us,
I mean, you'd need help for that.
yes. Well, I'm going to head to bed, but I'm happy to take the second watch if it needs to be. So we have a big travel day ahead.
Yeah, I'll grab the first watch then.
I'll take 3.
I'll take 4.
Do you want me to take last watch?
No.
Let's just spend time with you.
You seem very interesting, my lady. I could keep you company if you wish.
I'm very tired. Good night, I'm going to bed.
Well, perhaps I should retire as well. See you in the morning, then.
Good night.
Night.
And he stands up, dusts himself off, and you see him grab his bag and steps into his tent and closes it behind him.
I wish we bought the tent.
I'm just watching, what's the word, like, You know when you're watching someone and wishing you had that?
Yeah.
Fawn, yeah. As he
Envy?
steps into his tent.
No,
Jealousy?
I'm good. Carnelian's just gonna like sip and then get like Chucky to like curl up around him.
Like a big nest.
Like
Yeah.
a scarf.
Like a scarf that is 5 times the size of him.
I will use Otto as a kind of couch. Just hang out. Because he's a big boy now.
He is a big boy.
Yeah.
The big old beanbag.
Although we did sort of set up a lean-to, I suppose.
You would have set up something but this place does offer a bit of shelter from the wind, so you could set up a lean-to that way.
Yeah. Alright, I will see you all in the morning.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
And so everyone then retires to their own beds. Carnelian stays up. Whilst you're being covered by Martin, you are just sort of watching out for any danger. The firelight, if you're looking out from it, sort of provides a little bit of light out, and you've got dark vision anyway, but it sort of flickers and messes, I guess, with your vision a little bit. But it's worth keeping it up, because the warmth you can feel at your is certainly a lot better than trying to go the night cold. And roll a perception check.
I don't like that.
So Carnelian's looking out, and it's just a very still night. There doesn't seem to be any wind whipping or nothing kicking up for weather. In the distance, you do hear a couple long howls, like wolf howls, but they seem a bit far away. Eventually, your watch ends.
I'll prod Sveta awake with a mage hand.
Oh, thanks. You're gonna get a big stick or something.
Mage prod.
Mage prod.
Mage wake up. Just slap.
Oh, wow, okay.
Gotcha.
It's
Yeah,
okay, it can't do damage.
I know, but emotionally it will.
It does psychic damage.
So, Sveta wakes up and
Yep.
Carnelian goes to bed.
Yep.
Sveta is sitting there by the fire, which every so often are you wanting to keep it going? Because there's still a little small wood pile.
Yeah, I'll stoke the fire.
So, it's starting to get quite low. You stoke it up a little bit. And after a little while, you can hear the sounds of the rest of your party gently sleeping, including Carnelian, that went to sleep some 10 minutes ago. And you're looking out and sort of just around just to make sure that you're not, you don't see any danger or anything like that. And you kind of feel like it's so quiet and still, you kind of start almost drifting off. Like, you do that head nod when you start feeling really tired and you're sitting somewhere.
Yeah.
And you
Going fishing.
Yeah, going fishing. And you start drifting off a little bit and wake up and then go, oh, jeez, really, really tired. And then it happens again, and when your head pops up, sitting across from you, warming his hands by the fire, is the man that you met earlier, Yisilm.
No, you're awake?
Yes, I'm awake.
Oh, me too.
Doesn't sound like you want to be awake.
Not really. But they said they would take the watch.
Indeed. Indeed.
You can go to bed. You're going to stay up with Brenda.
Oh, it's okay. I don't think she really likes me very much.
No, she is spoken for, so probably not.
Yes, yes. But, I just wanted to be out here, and quiet. You've got a good group of friends, Sveta.
Yeah, they're pretty great.
Pretty great. And you're heading out to the Sea of Moving Ice. Why are you going out to the Sea of Moving Ice?
Would you believe me if I said we're going fishing?
Try me.
I'm rolling a deception check. It's not gonna work. No.
That's not bad.
14? From a 15?
You don't have to lie to me.
I know. Look, okay. I don't know why I'm taking on so many traits of Walden. We are going to find Angajuk. And we're going to end the winter.
End the winter?
Yeah, they're not correlated. They're not connected to each other, per se. Angajuk can't end the winter.
So, perhaps you're looking for the Misty Isle.
Yes. I'm 90% sure that's what it was called. I was half paying attention. And I'm quite tired. Why, do you know it?
Oh, yes. I know it well. Do you know where it is you're going?
Well, to the Sea of Movie Nice, at the very least.
Do you know what's on that isle?
Not specifically.
And he takes a big, long breath, and when he lets it out, you can see the long trails of condensation that form when you sort of breathe out heavily like that. And just sort of seems to fill the air around him. You're a druid, right?
Yes.
And I get the feeling that you're the kind of druid that's always tried to make the best out of your situation you're in. With the way the Icewind Dale is, it's different for druids, right? The nature around is changed. But I also get the feeling that you've been searching for some guidance, someone to follow. Would I be wrong?
You're oddly perceptive for a man that we've just met, but yes.
Tell me, who have you looked up to in the past?
Sylvanas?
Sylvanas, classic druid god, yes.
And I had a hand at Malar.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh, but Horatio is making a good case for Kalembor.
Southern gods. They're so far away, though. They're not really here. Not really. Not in this place.
That sounds like you're suggesting someone in particular.
Perhaps. Perhaps that which you seek is already all around you. Already you are walking in her domain. The Sea of Moving Ice contains the home of someone very particular. I think you know who it is. That isle that you go to. That is the abode of Auriel.
How far into the movie Nice?
Oh, it's some way. There is... As the chunks of iceberg get smaller and smaller, as they break away from the coast, you'll find an island covered in mist. You'll know when you see it. I'm sure as hell that Angajuk will know where to take you. Eventually. But Auriel, you talk of ending this winter. Does it need to end? Everything out here is perfect. A perfect moment, frozen in time.
I think you already answered your question before, early in the night, where it was getting harder and harder to find anything to hunt. And that will go the same for livestock and even the knucklehead trout in the 10 towns. Everything will just die.
There's always something new to hunt, Sveta. Always something new to pursue. Auriel keeps things trapped in that beautiful moment. What she has is power over this domain. It's the reason why gods find it so hard to do anything here, to directly intervene. And you speak of Malar. Well, that's a poor choice if you do say so myself. Him and Auriel are not on good terms, and she has all but banished him here from Icewind Dale. It would have been hard for him to hear your prayers. But Auriel can hear them. She already hears them. She considers all of us the children of winter. And I think you know that in your heart of hearts, Sveta.
Maybe I don't want to acknowledge that part of my heart, and you can shut up about it.
Here in the Dale, Auriel sees everything. Auriel knows about you, Sveta. Every step you take is like moving through a thick bank of snow and getting harder and harder every step you take. But it doesn't need to be that way. You've been looking for guidance all your life, ever since you were left as a child on the damn borders of Easthaven. All I'm offering you is a clear way, clear purpose. He stands up. The more you try and fight Auriel, the more dangerous it's going to get for you and your friends. I was being truthful when I said I wasn't hunting your friends. In a way, I'm hunting you. Auriel knows about you. I think she likes you.
Don't like her if she's going to fight my friends. And I don't like you either. Can I see your hands for a moment, please?
My hands.
Yes.
He, with a big grin on his face, he lifts up his hands.
Can I make a sleight of hand check real quick, please? It's very important.
Sure.
Thank you. I'm going to reach for some manacles.
Okay.
But you're going to try and steal his hand.
That's
Sleight of-
past phase.
You're gonna slight that hand of his?
Slice of hand.
I'm going to use my inspiration. Because I have it and I need it.
Slap him in irons.
21.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, actually, this is going to be close.
Clap him.
I wasn't going to check.
Clap them hands.
So, very quickly, you slap those manacles on him. And you can see, as you look up to him, once you've got him caught, it looks like he's still grinning. In the distance, you can hear more of those wolf howls that Carnelian was hearing earlier. And you've been hearing them too, ever so, faintly in the distance, but now they appear to be closer than they were before. And he grins at you and says, "Is that what you want? Is that what you think will make your heart settle?"
No, but if I push you closer to death, maybe Kalembo might accept me.
Why do you have to work so hard for a deity anyway?
Because she's ruining the 10 towns and everyone's lives.
I think that's a matter of opinion. Maybe think about it. You're going to her after all. I'm sure you'll figure out what to do. And the howls get a little bit closer and a little bit closer. And then he steps back slightly and says, "I never told you my full name, did I?
No.
Let me introduce myself. I am Ylsim Bloodfang,
Oh, God.
Frost Druid of Icewind Dale." And he turns into a wolf, shedding the manacles.
Oh, my God.
Shit.
He looks at you for a second, and you sort of get the feeling that maybe you'll see him again as he turns and runs off into the darkness.
But my manacles.
That was the guy.
Can I do anything in reaction to that?
Sure. He's just turned around and started running. That's what I'll say.
I was really hoping to cast heat metal on him. Can I cast at 4th level?
Okay.
I want to bring around my hands to kind of like make a sort of like a pulsing bright yellow light, like kind of like a goldish yellow, and cast a guiding bolt at 4th level
Okay.
towards his direction.
Okay.
So it'd be like a streak of electricity through the air. And it's a hit spell. 14?
That is a hit, actually.
Yes!
Exactly.
Yeah.
Got him.
Hell yeah.
Animals don't have very good AC.
Oh, I don't want to ruin your pickle though.
Please,
Pickle.
Sorry, put that in.
it would be my honor.
Thank you.
Jen, known for ruining
Use
I,
pickles.
I insist you use your own pickle. It's very
The
important.
desecrator of pickles.
God, I should have used the pickle.
Pickle Sites 2020.
I rolled so many ones.
Oh my
It
god.
was so bad.
And twos.
Yeah.
Jesus, that was terrible.
That was the shittiest 4th level spell. That is 15.
15. So,
So bad.
what happens, I'm going to say, is that this bolt comes launching from your hands. This streaking, almost lightning crack whips forward and hits Bloodfang from behind. At the same time, it's loud enough to wake the rest of the party, so all of you wake up to this thunderous noise, and the flash of light that it does bring with it when you hit him, in that moment that you cast that instant, you can see that where he's running, there are many wolves,
Oh god, alright.
all running in a pack together, and he seems to be joining them. And as you hit him, they all start like howling together as they run. All of you are woken up to this cacophony of howls all around you, with Sveta in her crackling hands.
Wake up!
How far away are they? How far away are they at this point?
So,
Or I should say, how far away is Ilsin?
I would say that... What's the range on that spell?
120 feet.
They're probably around 50 feet away. And the wolves that you can see, they're running sort of... So you can't really see them because they're out in the darkness, but the moment that you saw Sveta, they were sort of running past, like as if they were running past the camp, and he was
Oh,
joining
okay.
them.
So they're not running like at us or anything.
No.
Okay.
It's
that's
almost
good to
like...
know.
Yeah, it's almost like he's joining a pack and they're running by the camp.
Yeah, right. What's going on, Sveta?
He was Bloodfang all along, and we have to kill him.
Right now?
Yes, go!
What?
All right. I fire my laser.
I try to put him in another dimension.
As you promised.
Yeah. Man of my word.
Well, couple things. So neither, like, you've got dark vision, but you don't. So do you need to see a target to banish them?
Yeah.
So the only problem I have with the banish is that you can't see out that far. You don't have dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
For Woden, you can see. I'll let you take a shot because he's running with that pack. Carnelian, is there anything you'd like to do?
Not right now. Maybe if the wolves start moving towards us, then yes, but not right at this moment.
Okay. So Brenda, you want to take a shot with your laser pistol?
So Brenda was sleeping in the cart with her laser on her chest. She jumps up, looks into the darkness, and follows in that one.
And
Natural 1.
the laser goes wide over the pack of wolves, and now that you fired it, that brief moment of light really shows that there is a pack of wolves out there. Like maybe something like 15 of them.
Did I hit a wolf?
No, you didn't hit anything. I was considering it, but then you rolled a natural 1. You missed. You plain missed. But I guess that makes sense. You're groggy. You've just stood straight up and taken a shot out where Sveta was yelling about. The wolves, as the laser arcs overhead, start up another howl, and you can hear them as they start running out away from the camp. It seems like this pack of wolves is leaving you guys.
What happened, Sveta?
Well, he wasn't who he said he was.
I knew it.
Will you say something then?
Oh, right, I only said that to Ratio. That's my bad.
Whole thing could have been avoided.
Well, okay, look, I had a conversation with those wolves that we saw out front of the Kobold Mine Cave that we went to. And they said that a man or a thing named Bloodfang was after us. I don't know if you remember. And that was him.
That was him.
And he is aligned to Oriel.
Is he like a werewolf?
No, just a druid.
Oh.
He did part with some knowledge as well. The Sea of Moving Ice is not just where Ongajuk is. It is also where Oriel is holed up. And she lives out there.
I think we should kill her.
I think we should try to break the winter first.
Wouldn't be... If we kill her, wouldn't it break the winter?
We don't actually know that for sure. Because do you remember the celestial fulcrum? Like, it's a weather effect, right?
Oh, the thing that killed me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
It's when it parted the clouds and the sun came through.
Yes.
It's something is controlling the weather. It's like we don't know for sure if killing Oriel will undo this weather effect.
One way to find out.
Yes.
Are we strong enough?
100%.
I remain unconvinced.
You're not convinced on anything. I remain convinced.
Why?
All right.
Why not give it a shot? I
No,
mean,
I'm convinced.
we're all going on hypothesis, and this is one. And if it doesn't work, then we won't have to worry about her anymore. She'll be dead, and then we'll be faffing off somewhere else to get this orb. If she's out of the way, there's no one to get into our way to end the winter.
Hey, good morning, Valine.
Finally, we had a wizard here.
Hey, if we were to try and take on Oriel, would you be on board with that? Would you help?
Stumbling out of her tent, Valine is there in her pajamas with wand in hand.
Nice jammies.
And she's like looking at all of you. And as all of you are starting to talk around the fire about what it is that you want to do, you can hear the howls of wolves growing ever distant. It appears that Bloodfang has made his escape. Maybe the players here intend to challenge Oriel. We're going to have to find out about that next week on Reflex Save.
We can do it.
1v1 them.
Yeah.
Do it.
Right.
1v1 me, bro. And you must step on a bit of loose rocks and gravel.
Bless you.
I found my check. Sorry, I sneezed.
A thing of pollen dusts past your nose as you approach the man.
It's quite cold.